Hey everyone, I have a fun video for you today because we are talking all things spooky, creepy, crawly, spider related. I actually don't know if I shared this here on YouTube yet, but I did share it over on Instagram, and that is that I recently got hired as a substitute teacher at my boys' school, and I am so excited. But one of the things I really wanted to do was to have a sub-tub that I can have with me that is filled with seasonal and standards-based activities that I can take each month as I sub. This way I figure it'll help out the other teachers as well, so they don't have to plan as much, and they know that I'm coming in with something fun, something engaging for the students, and something that is also going to hit those standards. I'm actually hopping into sub in a couple days, and I have a bunch of these spider activities that I thought I would share with you. If you've watched my videos before, then welcome back. And if you're new here, my name is Susan Jones. I'm a former first grade and K-2 literacy teacher who now spends a lot of time here on YouTube sharing tips, ideas, activities, and lots of freebies for teachers just like you. So let's dive into these spider activities, give this video a like, subscribe to my channel, and let's go. So for the literacy spider activities, we're really going to focus on nonfiction. So we're going to take a look at some nonfiction books about spiders and see what facts we learn. Before we do that, we're going to do a KWL chart like this one right here. So we're going to write down some things that we already know or, think we already know about spiders. And we're going to write down some questions that we want to learn. I'm unsure yet if I'm going to have them do that independently or if we're just going to do it whole group. I'm leaning towards doing this under a doc cam or up on the big board so we can do this whole group and kind of just generate a bunch of questions and then share what we learned after, because I have an independent fact sharing sheet that I'm going to do with them. I already had two nonfiction spider books. The first is this National Geographic Spiders one. I love these for the photographs, for all of the nonfiction text features. They have labels, they have, all sorts of little diagrams, a table of contents. So this is the first one we're going to read. And if we have time, I also have the Nick Bishop spider book, and he also has amazing photographs for nonfiction books. I have quite a few of his books as well. After I read those books, we will come back together and discuss some of the things we learned about spiders and if any of our learning has changed after we read the story. A lot of times, especially when teaching about spiders, you will have students kind of argue and say, I think it's an insect. That's a pretty common one. And pretty quickly we learn that spiders are not insects, they are arachnids, so we can talk about if that learning has changed and put it down in our L column. And then for an independent response, I'm going to have students fill out a sheet like this one right here. And here you can see it has can, have, and are, and students are going to be challenged to write at least one fact in each of those boxes. And then over on the big empty side, I Googled some spider-directed drawings that we're going to do in that side. That's what we're going to do as the literacy portion of our day. As we move over into writing, we are going to work on an opinion response where students are going to answer, are spiders creepy or cool? Like this right here. Before students actually start writing, I'm going to get some input from the class, and I'm going to write a few starter sentences up on the board for them to follow, where they are going to explicitly state their opinion at the top of their writing. And then I'm going to challenge students to think of at least one and possibly two reasons to actually support their opinion. So whether they think spiders are creepy or cool, they'll have to give me 1 to 2 reasons why they think that. And then in that little illustration box, they're not going to just draw one big spider like we did in the literacy activity. They are going to draw either the one reason, or they can cut their box in half and draw the 2 reasons that support their opinion. So I want it to match the writing a little bit more. For some spider math, I have 2 fun activities that we will do that are focusing on addition. The first one is just a little spider bump game like this. And I don't know if you've ever played bump before, but essentially students just need 2 dice, and then they need different color cubes. So player 1 will have 1 color cube, player 2 will have another color cube. And they will simply roll the 2 dice and find the sum, and they'll have to find that matching sum on the little web here. So if I rolled a sum of 5, they would find the 5 on the sheet. Then they will take their cube and place it on the 5. Now, they will take turns doing this. So if player 2 also rolls a 5, a sum of 5, they will actually get to bump player 1's cube right off and take it over. Now, if the same player rolls the same number more than once, so let's say I rolled a 5 the first time and then I roll a 5 again and nobody has bumped me, I get to put a second cube on top and it's actually locked, meaning nobody can bump me anymore. The game is supposed to be played until all of the spots are completely locked, and then you count up and see whoever has the most cubes on the board. Sometimes we don't get that far because there's a lot of bumping, so I like to set a timer for about 5 to 10 minutes, and once that is done, we count up who has the most cubes on the board, and that is the winner. The second math game we're going to play is spider related, of course, and it is going to work within the sums of 10 and the ways to make 10. And for this, I enlisted the help of these creepy little guys. This game is called Spider Shake. Let me show you how to play. In order to play Spider Shake, you are going to take 10 of the little spiders. You're going to put them in a cup or something students can shake, and then you're just gonna need this spider mat. And all students are gonna do is shake up those spiders and dump it onto the mat. Now, I tell students that they need to count up and see how many spiders landed all the way on the web. So here you can see this one's off the web, off the web, off the web, and then this one is not all the way on, so we're also gonna remove that. So we have 4 off the web, and how many do we have on? We have 6 on the web. So here students would just write 4 plus 6 equals 10. So they would go ahead and just on a whiteboard or an empty recording sheet, they can write down the different combinations of 10 that they end up making. Then students can either with a partner or independently put them back in the cup, shake it up again, and dump. Now, the goal of this game, or students are going to try to make all the combinations of 10. So it'll get a little tricky, and like I said, I try to make sure that they're only doing the ones that are actually all the way on the web. So here we have 6 off and 4 on. So this would be 6 plus 4 equals 10. As they continue playing, it gets a little bit harder because they will have to realize, okay, I want to try to get just 1 on the web and 9 off when they're shaking. So they're already thinking in their head that they already know the combination they're trying to make, and they have to somehow try and do that, which that basically just worked. So they'll do that with a partner, and it's a whole lot of fun. That should bring us through the main 3 parts of our day: reading, writing, and math. And for those other sections, I will be following Foundations and Heggerty as the teacher lays out when I am subbing this upcoming week. Can you tell I'm excited? Just as a little side note, you can get a big pack of those little creepy spiders from Oriental Trading, from Party City. I'll link an Amazon link down below. I got a big pack of 100 just as some creepy little manipulatives. Now, just in case we have a lot of downtime, I do have some backup activities. I have this little Venn diagram where we can compare insects and arachnids based on what we learned. And then I also have the book Diary of a Spider, which is a fiction spider book. And we can do a couple things with this. We can compare the nonfiction versus the fiction books and see what was different and what was the same about them. And we can also create a story web after we read it. And we can list the characters, problem solution, setting, all of that. And now for the fun part, I went ahead and whipped up all the sheets that I showed you here yesterday so I would be prepared for my subbing, and I decided to make this a big spider freebie for you. So all of the activities I showed in here are completely free. Of course, if you don't have those spiders, you can find some other, like maybe Halloween erasers, spider erasers, find something to make it fun, and you can of course just do it with cubes too, so you can still play Spider Shake. And kids will have just as much fun. They can pretend they're little spiders. I do know Diary of a Spider is definitely read online, on YouTube. I think it's on Epic. I've seen it many different places for that book, and you'll just have to get some nonfiction spider books that your library probably has already. So there you have a bunch of spidery goodness. I hope you enjoyed this video. Go grab those freebies down in the description. As always, if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up so I know you liked it and I can make others like this one. Make sure you click that subscribe button, and I will see you every Thursday and Sunday mornings with a new video. Bye.